Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So I just finished watching the whole Karmine Corp versus the CFO. It was a 5-game series and holy shit, it lasted like 4 to 5 hours. And it's really late at night right now for me in my city that I live in. I live in Canada. And I have to talk really quietly because I have roommates and they're like sleeping right now. So yeah. But I want to quickly make this video because just about 2 minutes ago, Karmine Corp ended up winning against CFO, and I'm not even gonna lie, I honestly thought CFO was gonna win because this was like a rematch because they fought each other before, and Karmine Corp actually lost against them like 2-0, really bad, and CFO has been doing really well throughout this whole entire series. So the fact that they lost against Karmine Corp was just a shocker to me. And I kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, hold on, I have to blow my nose. Okay, by all means, I am not a Karmine Corp hater or anything like that. Matter of fact, if you guys have been watching my YouTube channel for the past 2 months, I've covered Karmine Corp and I've said that LEC was my favorite region, and it's because just like the LEC teams are just more relatable than any other team, because when I was watching the LCK, I just wasn't interested in it. Even Hanwha Life Gaming, which is like the most popular team, it's not only because they don't speak English and I don't understand what they're saying, it's just they're kind of boring to me. And like, don't get me started with LTA North, like that's just really cringe and trashy and corny. So the LEC was always my favorite region to win. So yes, I am a fan of Karmine Corp. Obviously, any team from the LEC, I'm a fan of. However, I don't know what it is, but throughout this whole like 5-game series, I was kind of rooting for CFO to win because CFO is kind of like the underdog, even though they don't speak English and I have no idea which region they're from. Are they from like LPL or something like that? I don't know. But it's just like, they're the rookies, you know? Like, I'm just the type of person where I always want like the rookies to win because they have like that 17-year-old, what's his name, Jojo something, who played Oriana, and he did well throughout the series. But I have to say that they kind of threw the game really bad in the last final game because their picks were really bad. Like, I think their jungler, CFO's jungler, I forgot his name, but he was like probably the best person on their whole entire team because I think it was the 4th game that they won. He played Nocturne, and I was so happy to see Nocturne because everybody knows that I am a Nocturne main. He's my main champion. And on top of that, he had the whole fucking Hectech skin. And that's the skin that I use when I play Nocturne. It's the rarest skin in the game that you can get. So when he played that, I was like, oh my god, like, this is a sign from the universe that I have to root for them. I don't know, I'm weird and corny like that, but literally they ended up winning the game. And yeah, so he played Skarner the 2nd game, and he wasn't as good as Nocturne did. However, I will say that the person that threw the game most in game 5 was probably the mid laner Oriana, because Oriana is a champion where like you have to use your ultimate no matter what, because like, first of all, it's like a fucking, it's one of the longest ultimate like cooldowns in the game. It takes like 2 minutes for it to like cool down, you know? So he was dying a lot. He got ganked a lot by Canna, and he wasn't able to use his ultimate. And when you die, you have to wait like 3 minutes, you know? Especially if it's late in the game like that. So he didn't even get to use his ultimate at all. So he was a really crappy Oriana. So I don't think he was that good as people were saying, because throughout the whole entire first stand series, all the casters were saying that him and Khalees were the youngest people there and that they were expecting good things from him. But honestly, this guy was such a bad Oriana. He really was. I think that he threw the game for them. I'm sorry to say, he's not a good player. So Karmine Corp is going to be making it to the top finale, which is fucking crazy because the very first game that they matched up against, they lost so bad against Team Liquid, which is known to be like a really bad team. So the fact that they made it, it just reminds me of the LEC, because if you watch LEC from day one like I did, the winter split, Karmine Corp did like poor throughout the first series, but then like or like the first part of the competition, but then throughout the LEC, like they ended up gaining momentum and they ended up like defeating so many like really good teams. It's kind of like Fnatic, and I've said this before because like remember how like, and if you watched LEC, Fnatic always beat Karmine Corp like in the very beginning of the competitions, but then Karmine Corp gained momentum and then they ended up beating Fnatic and they ended up beating G2, and therefore they ended up winning the whole entire series. So I feel like it's like deja vu with this whole first stand. It's just like they do bad at the beginning and then they gain momentum. So I think I'm proud of them because as a LEC fan, like I'm happy that they made it to the final two. I don't think that they're going to win against Hound One Life Gaming, but I could be wrong because I honestly thought that CFO was going to win. And I'm really, really shocked that CFO did so bad in the first two games because like it was the best of five. So basically, they lost against Karmine Corp for the first two games, but then the second two games, the third and fourth, they won. And then the final game lasted like fucking 2 hours. And it was really, really intense. I watched the whole entire thing. The amount of food that I ate, like, is fucking crazy. I ate like, I have like, I'm not gonna say what I ate, but I ate like fucking a whole bag of chips, like a bunch of apples, and just a bunch of other like, I made like I made like bell peppers stuffed with like beans and stuff like that. Like just, I don't know. Like I just ate a lot of fucking food, okay? And because it lasts like 5 hours. What do you expect? And throughout the whole entire series, I was like thinking, because like the casters like Lors and Captain Flowers and Kobe and Emily and the other dude that was there that was casting this whole thing, because obviously they have to take breaks to eat, right? Especially the casters like Kobe and Captain Flowers. So when I'm like thinking in my head, like, because they have like 2 minute breaks, like they have to cast the shows for like the game series for like fucking 40 minutes to like an hour long, and then after that they only have like a 2 minute break. And throughout the 2 minutes break, I was like eating so much food. Like I was thinking in my head, like if I was a caster, I would not be able to do it because I'd be starving throughout the whole entire thing. Because like I can't eat like a meal in 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Like it takes me at least like fucking 5 to 7 minutes to eat like a meal to get full, and they only have like 2 minutes to eat a meal, you know? So I don't know. I'm weird like that. That's what I was thinking throughout my head. But anyways, yeah, I'm just really, really proud of Karmine Corp. I am so excited because I don't know if it's like tomorrow that's gonna be the grand finale. Okay, I'm back. So basically, that's basically it. Like I'm gonna cover obviously tomorrow the finale, because like the very, very first video about this competition was all about Karmine Corp, because like I said, I don't watch the LCK, I don't watch the LTA. I mean, not the LTA, the LPL. I barely watched LTA North, but LTA North is gone. So like obviously I'm rooting for Karmine Corp because that's what I've been like watching throughout this whole entire league tournament, LEC first stand competition. So I'm just excited to see them again because they're really, really entertaining to watch. I just find it funny that like all the fans that came from Europe, since they're so loud and obnoxious, it's like the straight white dudes from Europe, and they're like so loud, they got kicked out. Like they're not allowed to be in the fucking actual game studio, because like, you know how like with LEC, like they don't get kicked out. They're just, if they like, especially like the G2 fans, like they will like literally cheer like, let's go G2, dude, like for like a billion years, and they're so fucking loud. And I understand why they're not allowed in the fucking stadium where the people actually play games, players that play games, because their obnoxious loud cheering is not going to be fair, because it has to be like in a fair environment. So I do respect that about the LCK, about like the Korean rules, because they're kicking them out. They're not allowed to be there, so they have to stay in the fucking hallway. So I get it. So LEC should take note from LCK, because like, you know, when you have a huge fan base audience and they're just cheering you on, it's not fair for the other team, because you're gonna lose momentum from all those cheers and stuff like that. So it's good for the LCK producers to kick them out. And it's just so funny because like, this is okay, I'm not even gonna fucking lie, but this is why like I was cheering for the CFO to win, because like, you know, not only are they like the underdogs, but it's just like I just have like this hatred towards like straight white men, whether they're like from like freaking LP or LTA North or like LEC, they're all the same because they think that they can do anything that they want. Like they'll just band together and they'll like be loud and obnoxious, because you don't see like Asian straight men from Korea being loud and obnoxious like that. It's just like white men that are straight. And I feel like they're just so nasty because they like will vote for Trump. They'll like go to disgusting, they'll promote like human sex trafficking. They'll like go to nasty like strip clubs and stuff like that, and like just waste money on like nasty Karens and like nasty Asian Karens at like massage parlors and just human sex trafficking. It's just straight white men that are like that. So that's why I was rooting for the CFO, the Asian people, to win against the fucking LEC like white men, just because like I just hate like the entitlement that white men have. So that's the only reason why. I'm sorry if I sound lame and corny. That's just the honest truth. Because Asian men don't do that. You know what I mean? Like Indian men don't do that. Like it's just white men that are just like entitled, that the straight white men that think that they can do anything they want. So basically, that's the only reason why I was rooting for the CFO to win. I sound lame and corny, but it is what it is. However, I do like the LEC like Lures and Shocks, like the woman, like like I don't know what it is, but I like Lures, and I'm happy that her region won. So that being said, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and I'm gonna just like end the video now. And obviously there's more to it because the next part is gonna be Hanwha Life versus Top Esports. And again, I didn't watch that at all, like, cause like I know Top Esports is from China and Hanwha Life is from Korea. It's just they don't speak English. So therefore, I am not interested in like LCK teams like Hanwha Life or like LPL like Top Esports, just because like I don't understand what they're saying. Like if they spoke English, I would totally understand what they're saying and I would watch them. But since they speak Chinese, I don't understand Chinese. Since they speak Korean, I don't understand Korean. So therefore, I cannot like watch something that I can't understand. So that's the only reason why I like was watching LEC, because at least they speak English, and LCA North, at least they speak English, you know? So like I said, it has nothing to do with race. I just like whoever speaks English, the main language that I understand, because I'm Canadian, then I will watch, you know? So that being said, I'm really, really, really excited to see who wins against that. And then who's going to be facing against Karmine Corp. And you know, everybody is saying that Hanwha Life is going to win, and Top Esports, unfortunately, I think that they're going to lose. I mean, they lost against Karmine Corp before in this tournament, so like I'm not really excited to see the match, but I'm excited to see like the finale between Karmine Corp and whoever wins, probably Hanwha Life. I'm definitely going to be covering that. So sorry if I haven't been making like many videos like every single day. It's just I moved to a new place, and go check out the previous video that I made that I explained that more. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe if you're interested in my personality, and I love you guys so much. Peace out.